Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. If you have this dime from your childhood collection, don't blink. It could make you rich. Top 1. They say you never know the value of what you're holding until someone tells you what it's truly worth. And today, that dime you thought was worth just 10 cents might just shock you. Buried deep in US proof sets, stored in boxes, forgotten in drawers, and passed down through families without a second thought, is one small coin that has recently taken the coin collecting world by storm. It's shiny, unassuming, and quietly powerful, the 1980 Roosevelt dime, pulled directly from a proof set. But this isn't just another coin. This dime is making people stare. This dime is breaking auction records. And this dime is turning average collectors into overnight winners. People who thought they had just another piece of a coin set are now discovering their Roosevelt dime could be worth more than their entire paycheck, and in some cases, more than their entire car. Why? Because there's something extraordinary about the 1980 Roosevelt dime that came from those beautifully sealed proof sets. Some of them were struck with such intense precision that the finish looks like glass, flawless, mirror-like, and stunning. Others have subtle minting errors that set them apart. Missing mint marks, off-center strikes, frosted images, and deep cameo finishes, all turning a simple coin into an absolute treasure. Proof coins are made differently, with care, with sharp dies, and with attention to perfection. And the U.S. Mint's 1980 proof dimes struck in San Francisco are among the most talked about right now. Some are graded at the very top of the scale, PR 69, even PR 70. Making them nearly perfect in the eyes of collectors. Combine that perfection with a rare minting variation or a low population number, and you've got a jackpot in disguise. Now here's the part that really matters. A 1980 Roosevelt dime from a proof set, just one dime, not a roll, not a bag, just one, has been confirmed to sell for as low as $2,700, and in elite cases, all the way up to a jaw-dropping $84,000. Let that sink in for a moment. That's 84,000 United States dollars for a coin smaller than your thumb. A dime that could literally be sitting in a box in your closet right now. A coin that could be mistaken as nothing more than a shiny leftover from a past generation, now demanding the kind of money most people dream of. And the best part? It's still out there. Not every one of these coins has been found. Not every collector knows what they're looking for. Some of these rare 1980 proof dimes are hiding in collections, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what they have, or gets lucky enough to check twice. Imagine finding a single proof dime from 1980, having it graded, and watching the value climb into the thousands. Picture your heart racing as you realize you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a moment in minting history. You're holding a rare specimen worth more than your rent, your bills, and maybe even your savings. And all from something most people would pass over without a second glance. This is what makes coin collecting more than a hobby. It's a hunt. It's a chance. It's a game of knowledge, luck, and timing. And if you've ever come across a 1980 US proof set, now's the time to take a serious look. Check the dime. Study the details. Look at the mint mark. Notice the finish. If it looks pristine, deep cameo, flawless, you might just be sitting on a hidden fortune. This isn't about hype. This is real. Collectors have paid as little as $2,700 for one of these dimes, and others have gone wild, bidding up to $84,000 to own a piece that might never come around again. That's the reality of the 1980 Roosevelt dime. It's not just a coin. It's a quiet storm. And if you're lucky enough to find one, it might just change your life. So before you toss that old coin set back into storage, before you ignore that dime just because it's small, take a closer look. Because sometimes, the biggest surprises come in the smallest packages. And this dime? It could be the one. Top 2. Have you ever had something in your hands that seemed so small, so ordinary, yet it was quietly holding the power to change your entire financial situation? Right now, somewhere in a drawer, in an attic, in a forgotten proof set, someone has no idea they're holding a single dime that could be worth more than most people make in an entire year. And if you think that sounds too good to be true, then prepare yourself, because we're talking about the 1996 Roosevelt dime from a US proof set, and some of these coins are turning heads across the country. That little silver-looking dime from the mid-90s that no one paid much attention to? It's now one of the most surprising coins to come out of modern US mint history. And for the lucky few who know what to look for, this isn't just a collector's piece. It's a financial opportunity. Let's be honest. Most people have never taken a second look at their proof sets. They open the box, glance at the coins, maybe show it off once or twice, and then slide it back into a shelf somewhere. But here's the catch: not all proof dimes are created equal. Some of these 1996 Roosevelt dimes contain specific qualities that instantly send their value skyrocketing. What makes it so valuable? It starts with the way it was made. Proof coins aren't struck like regular coins. They're made using specially polished dies and planchets, creating stunning detail, mirror-like fields, and frosted finishes. These coins are crisp, clean, and intended to be perfect. But once in a while, something extraordinary happens. A rare variation slips through. A flawless grade. A deep cameo appearance. A unique strike. And when that happens, you're no longer looking at a 10-cent coin. You're looking at a prize. It's not just about how shiny it is. It's about condition, rarity, minting perfection. Some of these 1996 Roosevelt dimes pulled from official proof sets have received grades like PR69 and the coveted PR70, near perfect or perfect conditions. And when that happens, bidding wars break out. Collectors jump in. Prices soar. Because everyone wants what very few people can have. Now imagine this. You're holding a 1996 Roosevelt dime, untouched in its original US mint proof set packaging. You send it off to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. It comes back with that elite PR70 grade. Or maybe it has a rare cameo or minting error. And suddenly, you're no longer holding a coin, you're holding a payday. This is what's making headlines in the coin world right now. Because the value of certain 1996 proof dimes is far higher than anyone expected. And yes, some of them have already sold. Quietly. Privately. At auction houses, through dealers, and to collectors who know the game. But here's what most people still don't realize: not all of these valuable coins have been found. They're still out there. They're still sitting in proof sets, waiting to be discovered by someone just smart enough, or lucky enough, to know what they're holding. And let me tell you something. If you think a dime is just worth 10 cents, think again. Because some of these 1996 Roosevelt dimes from proof sets have sold for as little as $2,700. And others have gone as high as an eye-watering $64,000. That's right. 64,000 United States dollars. For a single dime. One coin. One unbelievable opportunity hiding in plain sight. So before you forget about that old coin set, before you give away something you don't understand, take a second look. That little proof dime from 1996 might be the most valuable thing you own without even realizing it. It's not a fantasy. It's not a rumor. It's a real coin, with real value, already sold at real auctions. And it could be in your hands right now. Because sometimes, the most powerful things come in the smallest packages. And this dime could be the one that changes everything. Top 3. There's a coin out there right now, one so small, so ordinary looking, most people wouldn't give it a second glance. But that's exactly what makes this story so unbelievable. Because what if I told you there's a tiny dime, a simple 1999 Roosevelt dime, that could be worth more than your car, more than your savings, maybe even more than your entire paycheck for the year? This isn't some rare gold coin from the 1800s. This is a dime. A 10-cent piece. From the year 1999. And here's the twist: it's not from your pocket change, it's from an official United States mint proof set. The kind many people bought, stored away, forgot about, or even inherited without a clue of what was inside. Now imagine, hidden in one of those proof sets, is a Roosevelt dime that collectors across the country are hunting for. Not just for its shine. Not just for its beauty. But for its extreme rarity, condition, and potential value. This coin isn't just rare, it's a jackpot in disguise. Proof coins are not like regular coins. These are struck multiple times using specially polished dies and blank planchets. The result? Coins with incredible detail, mirror-like fields, and frosted images that practically glow. Every detail pops. Every line is sharp. But out of all those proof coins minted in 1999, only a tiny handful rise above the rest. The difference is so small, but the value difference? That's massive. Here's where things get crazy. A perfect 1999 Roosevelt dime from a proof set, graded PR 69 or the Holy Grail PR 70, can be worth thousands. Add a deep cameo finish or a rare die variety into the mix? You're no longer holding a coin, you're holding power. Wealth. A collector's dream. People all over America are pulling out their old proof sets, digging through storage boxes, flipping through their grandparents' collections, and for good reason. Because someone's dime has already sold for shocking amounts. And it's not just once. These coins are commanding attention in private sales and major auctions. Now picture this. You pull out your 1999 proof set. Still sealed. Looks perfect. You send the dime in for grading, and it comes back flawless. No haze, no spots, no scratches. Just absolute perfection. You're now in possession of one of the rarest modern Roosevelt dimes in the entire country. And collectors? They'll pay big to have what you have. Most people have no idea. They think all modern coins are worthless. But they're wrong. Dead wrong. The value is in the details. The shine. The strike. The grade. And if you've got the right one, your 10-cent coin is no longer worth just 10 cents. It becomes the most valuable thing you own. So let's get real. Don't ignore your proof sets. Don't assume that small coin is insignificant. Because tucked inside that little velvet box, behind the plastic lens, you might just have a Roosevelt dime that's worth life-changing money. Actual examples of the 1999 Roosevelt dime from proof sets have sold for as low as $2,700, and in rare, top condition, high-demand cases, have reached a stunning $67,000. Yes, that's 67,000 United States dollars. For one dime, and you might be holding it right now without even knowing it. This is your wake-up call. Go check your proof sets. Look closely. Because in the world of coins, it only takes one to turn your story completely around. Top 4. What if I told you the year 2000 didn't just bring us into a new millennium, but also quietly produced one of the most overlooked, underappreciated, and shockingly valuable coins in modern U.S. history? A dime. Yes, a Roosevelt dime. From the year 2000. And here's the twist, it's not from your everyday pocket change. It's the version that was sealed, stored, and forgotten inside the U.S. Mint's official proof sets. And right now, that little coin, barely an inch wide, is shaking up the coin collecting world. Most people never think twice about their proof sets. They get them as gifts, inherit them, or buy them with good intentions and then store them away, untouched for years. But buried in those sleek government-issued boxes is something most people miss. That dime sitting inside might not just be part of a collector's set, it might be the star of the show, and a hidden payday you didn't know you had. Now, what makes the 2000 Roosevelt dime so special? It's not just the design, that hasn't changed much. It's how it was made. Proof coins are struck using polished dies on specially prepared blanks. They're double-struck, razor-sharp, mirror-like, and intended to be flawless. Every detail, from Roosevelt's profile to the torch on the reverse, jumps out with clarity. And when one of these proof dimes comes out just right, with perfect contrast, no flaws, and incredible eye appeal, it instantly becomes a top target for high-end collectors. But it gets better, because some of these dimes from the 2000 proof sets come with rare features. We're talking deep cameo surfaces, frosted devices with glass-like backgrounds, or even errors, like misplaced mint marks or strike issues that slip past quality control. Combine that with an ultra-high grade, and now you've got something that can command jaw-dropping prices. This is where coin grading changes everything. A regular dime might be worth 10 cents. But a 2000 Roosevelt dime from a proof set, graded PR69 or that Holy Grail PR70 by PCGS or NGC? That's not just a dime anymore, that's a potential 4 or 5 figure payday. Think about it. You're holding a small proof set in your hand. You send the dime in to be graded. It comes back perfect. Or nearly perfect. Suddenly, the value of that little coin explodes. And now the same dime you almost forgot about is worth more than most people's rent, car payments, or even monthly salary. And here's the real kicker: some people don't even know they have one. These proof sets are sitting untouched in closets, basements, safety deposit boxes, or old family storage. Most people don't check them. Most people never look at the dime closely. But if you do, if you take a second look, you could be holding something worth thousands. This is real. This is happening right now. And if you think all modern coins are worthless, think again. Collectors are paying real money for these 2000 proof dimes. Not pocket change. Not small profits. I'm talking actual dollars that make people drop their jaws. Some of these dimes have already sold at auction, at coin shows, and in private deals for as little as $2,700, and in rare elite cases, they've gone all the way up to $49,000. Yes, you heard that right. 49,000 United States dollars. For one dime. One tiny coin, sealed inside a proof set, that could rewrite your financial story. So now's the time. Don't assume that proof set on your shelf is just a keepsake. Don't leave it sitting there another year. Get it out. Look at that dime. Because this little coin might be your hidden treasure. And it might be the single most valuable thing you've owned your entire life, without ever realizing it. Because sometimes 10 cents is worth thousands. And the 2000 Roosevelt dime from the proof set? That just might be the one. Top 5. There's something hiding in plain sight in homes across America right now. It's small. It's shiny. It's quietly tucked away inside a little government-issued plastic case. And yet, it could be worth more than your last vacation, your rent, or even your entire paycheck. It's not gold. It's not silver bullion. It's not some rare antique. It's a Roosevelt dime. Yes, a 2002 Roosevelt dime pulled from a U.S. Mint proof set. And if you're thinking, wait, a dime? From 2002? That can't be worth much. Then you need to hear this entire story before you miss out on what could be the biggest surprise in your coin collection. Thousands of these proof sets were sold across the country. Some were bought as gifts. Others were saved as keepsakes. Many were sealed up and stored away, never to be touched, never to be opened again. But buried inside those seemingly ordinary sets is a 10-cent coin that has shocked collectors, auctioneers, and investors alike. Because the 2002 Roosevelt dime is not just a dime, it's a potential windfall hiding behind plastic and cardboard. Proof coins are no ordinary coins. They're struck multiple times using specially prepared dies, resulting in deep mirror-like backgrounds, razor-sharp details, and rich, frosted images that give them a near-flawless appearance. But what makes a single dime from that year worth thousands? The secret is in the quality and the rarity. Most coins and proof sets are clean, yes. But only a few achieve perfection. Only a small number are graded PR69 or PR70, the highest, most elite grades in the coin world. And when a 2002 Roosevelt dime earns that level of perfection, especially with a deep cameo finish or minting irregularity, it instantly becomes a collector's prize. Now here's where things get wild. Imagine owning a dime that most people wouldn't even look at twice. But because of its grade, condition, and demand, it becomes the centerpiece of an intense bidding war. Collectors chasing after it. Dealers hunting it down. Auctions going higher and higher. All for a 10-cent piece. But it's not just about the grade. It's also about survival. Even though thousands of proof sets were made, not every one of them has survived untouched. Some were damaged. Some were opened and handled. Some simply aged poorly over time. That's why dimes in pristine, untouched, sealed proof sets, especially those with strong contrast and clean fields, are so desirable now, And the truth is, most people have no clue. They walk right past that proof set in the attic. They ignore the little box in their closet. They inherit a collection and never even look inside. That 2002 Roosevelt dime might be sitting under your roof right now, and you wouldn't even know it unless you took a closer look, because this little coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a financial opportunity disguised as a collectible. And if yours is the right one, the right strike, the right condition, the right look, you're not holding 10 cents. You're holding thousands of dollars. This isn't speculation. This isn't a rumor. These coins have already made their way into major auctions and private sales. And people who once thought they were holding nothing special suddenly found themselves cashing in big.so. How much can one of these coins be worth? Some examples of the 2002 Roosevelt dime from U.S. Mint proof sets, in the right condition, graded at the highest levels, have been sold for as little as $2,700 and, in some rare top-end sales, for as much as $39,000. That's right. 39,000 United States dollars. For one dime, and the next one? It could be in your hands right now. It could be sealed in a proof set you haven't looked at in years. It could be sitting in a box you were just about to throw away. So go check. Don't wait. Don't assume. Because the next small coin to change your life might be the one you already own, and you'll never know until you take a second look. Sometimes, the biggest opportunities come in the smallest packages. And this 2002 Roosevelt dime? It might just be the one that makes your jaw drop.